What would have happened if Aunt May had died instead of Uncle Ben? Well, in another reality, Uncle Ben went to the store to get milk one night, but when he returned to his home, it was completely surrounded by police officers. He asked them what was going on, and an officer told him that a burglar had broken into their home. And that's when Ben saw them roll May's covered, lifeless body out of the home. The police told Ben and Peter that they had the criminal responsible surrounded in a nearby warehouse. Peter was incredibly angry, and in his anger he revealed to Uncle Ben that he was indeed Spider-Man. He told Uncle Ben that the scum that killed Aunt May would pay, and he swung away into the night. Uncle Ben desperately wanted to prevent Peter from doing something that he would regret, so he raced to the warehouse as well, and took a secret tunnel up into the warehouse. Peter confronted the criminal. He dodged bullets and he threw punches. The criminal was trembling in fear. Peter realized that the criminal he was fighting was the same one he had let go before. His anger and guilt welled up inside of him as he screamed at and attacked the criminal. Uncle Ben finally came up and said, "Peter, no!" But it was too late, for the criminal stepped back in fear, but he stepped too far and ended up crashing through the window and falling to his death. Ben told Peter to hide. He then told the police that he was responsible for the death of the criminal. He was then arrested and taken to jail. Peter became a ward of the state then and was in a bad place mentally. He was racked with way more guilt and anger than any kid ever should be. He then threatened J. Jonah Jameson because he kept bad-mouthing Spider-Man and ended up going to juvie for his bad behavior. He used his powers to escape from juvie and lived on the streets. He would steal and bounty hunt criminals to get by. Eventually things changed when he battled the Green Goblin and saw the death and destruction he left in his wake. He genuinely wanted to prevent the Green Goblin from inflicting the same pain he himself had experienced. So he fought him and thought he had crossed the line again and had accidentally killed him, but he ended up being okay and was sent to the psych ward. Peter was furious with the world's sense of justice. The fact that a mass killer like the Goblin would be sent to a psych ward while his innocent uncle was rotting in prison. So he went to the prison intending to break Ben out. When he got there, Ben said he didn't want to be in prison, but this isn't the way of handling it. Ben comforted him and told him that he was given incredible power and that with great power comes great responsibility. He told him that he could use his power to help those not as strong, for that is what Aunt May would have wanted. Peter finally came clean with the fact that he could have stopped the man that had killed Aunt May, but he didn't. Ben told him that he couldn't have known, and he embraced him. He then told him that it was time to stop looking backwards and to start looking forward towards the future. Mary Jane's aunt had agreed to take him in, and Ben told him he should finish school and go to college. It surely wouldn't be easy, but it is what Aunt May would have wanted. So that's what he did. He studied hard, he got accepted to college, began dating MJ, and did the occasional heroing whenever the time called for it. Eventually, Uncle Ben was released on parole, and he and Peter teamed up to protect the city as heroes together.